Yes, guys, I'm going down memory lane. Yes. I had this friend. She had two kids. She had a boy and a girl and her baby father. And because we moved so close and everything, I decided said we're gonna move from where we was. And we get a cheap place off Mullines Road back then. 20 something years ago. And we move in now. Me, I get my bedroom and everything. But we ended up we have to share kitchen and bathroom together. And we're moving and everything. Everything was going on fine. And then one day she showed up too. She showed up at my in front of my door. We were there just talking and stuff, and she was telling me that she was facing a lot of bullshit in her relationship with her baby daddy. Because each and every time she said, he got paid, he keep on disappearing because when he get his 2 weeks pay as a security guard, that guy would take that money and go and get high. And when that money is finished now, he came home. He came home. He did not remember. I said, yes, I leave my baby mother, two kids, have to send to school, have to feed them. So in life, guys, we have to be careful when we start having kids. We have to know people background. You have to get to know people. You have to get to know your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Get to know people. Get to know them before you start having kids. Because she ended up, she couldn't pay the rent anymore. So they have to move out. And when she moved out now, she told me, because she called me and said, yes, she gets some money off Ugly Park Road in a ghetto area. Cheap rent, 1 bedroom. They could afford with two kids and themselves. Yeah, she told me. After that, guys, I did not see her roughly for 2 years. Yes, I did not see her for 2 years. And one day I went somewhere and I saw her. And she said, Tamara, I have something to tell you. I have something to tell you. And she started telling me how gunmen come in on her and her two kids. And they have their own way with her. And at the same night, her baby daddy was coming from work. And they stick him up. He could not move a muscle. They had their own way with my friend that night. When she was telling me, guys, I was crying. I was crying. Two kids in the house. And gunmen just come and kick off your door. Having their own way with you. Because of your baby daddy bad behavior. Because there's a lot of Jamaicans going through it in Jamaica. Even in Canada. People cannot get their shit together. Taking drugs. Sometimes they lose all their limbs. Because I know this lady, she was walking. And a couple months after, she lost her limb. So sometimes we just have to get to know our boyfriend, girlfriend. Get to know people. Because there's a lot of them in Jamaica. Yeah, I know I have a lot of friends and friends. And when their loved ones start taking the drugs, they cannot trust them in their homes. They will even sell sink, every sink off the top of the house just to get high. Because I remember an incident 20 something years that happened to me, guys. I was working. I think it was Ugly Park Road, off Ugly Park Road in Jamaica. And my boss, he used to drop me home every night, especially especially on the busy time, yeah, especially on Saturday and Friday. He used to drop me home every week. And I was coming. I was coming. I was walking after he dropped me off at the bus stop. I walk come home. I always walk come home, but on that Friday night, he dropped me off and I was walking, coming home now and everything. And this guy came out from nowhere with a machete, the short one, but from here to here. And then he started to ride me down with that machete, and I started to run. I have to run for my life. One of the time I fell on the ground and two of us was there tussling. But God was in the midst. Because if it was him and two other, yes, two other guys. Because there was an unfinished building over on the next side. And he was trying to bring me over there to have his one way with me. But I have to fight. Even when I was fighting him, I was screaming in the night. I think it was about after 11. No one comes out. No one comes out. And then I saw a car. Like at the top of the street. Yes, because I was running it. And that person that was driving that car suspect something and drove, come down and said, young lady, jump into the car. Sometimes the very same people that attack you in the night, sometimes they are the one that call into you during the day. So we have to be vigilant as young ladies, as young men. Because there's a lot of people in Jamaica got raped and they contract HIV. Yes, another diseases. So we have to be careful. So sometimes guys, sometimes I have to share this story with you because I was watching this content creator today and she was saying, she was just talking that she went somewhere and she's not happy there. So that just bring me down memory lane that I can able to tell you guys this story. So sometimes we have to be vigilant, we have to be prayerful. It's not getting up in the morning and saying, I have to go to work. I have to catch that train, I have to catch that bus, I have to drive to my work. We have to be prayerful in the morning. God, the enemies out there watching us. You do not even realize that the enemy is out there watching us to take us out. So we have to be prayerful. I know some people do not believe in prayer, but there is a God. You don't have to go to church. Pray. Pray for your family. Pray for your kids. Pray for God to cover them. Because if I was not a prayerful person, that person would have their own way with me. And from my friend told me that incident, I have not seen her. And her kids, no, they're now in their early 30s. So we have to be careful who we are getting involved with, whether female or male. So anyway, guys, leave a comment on this video. You just have a wonderful weekend. Bye.